My new album is called Club Dread. It's coming out November 2nd. The last record, Love in the Ruins, had more to do with love, romantic love and relationship and dysfunction and maybe some loss in that, but this one has more to do with personal, like, relational loss, but also loss of community and just like a sense of security of a tight-knit community can flip very quickly if it's like ruptured in a way. Specifically like expressed in queer or underground club communities, which can function as like a haven or sort of like a heaven for people. And then in the case of certain tragedies can like turn into something pretty hellish, I think. It's not necessarily autobiographical, and I think as I develop as an artist it is less and less autobiographical. And if it is based on experience, it's embellished, or it's experience sort of embodied in characters that aren't myself. Shut your mouth, you stupid boy, you're mine. Structurally speaking, I'm trying to like disrupt the expectation to surprise, because that's kind of surprise creates pleasure, I think. For me, it's more interesting to emphasize like the subversion of what you just set up, like breaking the rules you just made, kind of. I think there is a lot of romanticism to life in general, and like mythology, and like we understand life through myths. It doesn't have to be like this like scripture or like a 1,000-year-old document. Like it's stories we tell ourselves and are told and make up. I have a slightly mystical understanding of the world. I like trying to like access that feeling of myth and mysticism in the music. Once in a while, let like the floor fall out or like something kind of slip that like suggests something outside of our realm of or experience. I really value specificity in lyrics. I think names are a lot more powerful than just saying like you, or I don't know, being that generality doesn't interest me that much. I approach music making sort of as like creating worlds and then populating these worlds with people and stories, like slightly altered versions of ourselves. With this record, whereas the last record, Love in the Ruins, I set out to kind of create one giant world that was the album, where every song was pretty much completely in service of that. And there was a lot of more like bleed between songs and like little songs that you might hear alone and wouldn't necessarily even like think of as a complete piece. And then with this record, I wanted every song to kind of be its own world, but then also contribute to this larger world. At the end of the day, like I think it's articulating human experience, and that's my main concern, is that I'm like telling stories that resonate with people, and that's just sort of a matter of like just speaking honestly. Stained in the light of a neon chicken, your face like a mask all sunken.